The past may not be your fault, but the future remains your responsibility. Welcome to another episode of Sip and Ponder with Saga is here. And today with me on the show, I have Ubaka. Ubaka, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Sip and Ponder
It's really, really nice to sip and ponder.
with Saga is here. Okay, so test what we have. This is
Ogogoro.
special and rate it on a scale of 10.
This is watermelon.
Yes,
Wow. Wow.
rate it on a scale of 10.
Okay, I'd say seven. Seven.
Okay, that's nice. Let's jump right into it. For some time now, there have been raging conversation on Twitter concerning the supposed Lapo Babes and the Nepo Babes. You know, Lapo stands for less privileged people coming from less privileged homes, and Nepo stands for people coming from a privileged,
Nepotistic.
yes, privileged home, the likes of Dangote Pikin, Otedola Pikin, Tony Elubelo Pikin. All those ones are classified as the Nepo Babes, while the Lapo Babes are people like you, right? Those coming from less privileged homes. So let me have your opening remark on this. Do you think that this conversation, the debate is necessary? Do you think that that these people have some sort of advantage, you know, over anyone?
Okay. Thank you once more for having me. Yeah? I'd say there is to be honest, there is a significant margin. There's a huge gap between you, the nepotistic, not you, the nepotistic, you, the nepotistic child, and the nepotistic child.
Mhm.
There's a huge difference.
I
And
agree.
just yes, because you can relate. Now, say for instance, um, I, I can mention time and time again. You hear youths complain, oh, we graduated first class. No, 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 nothing to show for it. But to buttress this point very, very well, for you to see how bad it is. Did you see what this guy did? What is his name? This young man really that streams. This guy that streams.
Shanks,
No, the other
Pella,
one, Pella.
mm-hmm.
Pella put out I think more of
An ad.
an ad that
Yes.
he was looking to employ a photographer.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he wanted only PhD. He must be a
Master's
PhD
degree
master.
holder. Yes.
Let me put this to context for you. For you to obtain a BSc in Nigeria, it takes you approximately how many years? Four, at least
It's
five
4 years.
years.
Yes.
For you to gain a master's degree in Nigeria, it should take you somewhere between 8 to 12 years.
Mm.
8 to 12 years of scholarly studies only to finish. And then, do you know the craziest part? When the whole thing came out, it was all cruise. It was all cruise. In a country that things were working well, that would not happen. That is to show you how desperate people are. And he even stated it that he's giving you the because he stated it that he's giving you the chance to come and earn 500K a month because on an average, even most of them who owns those PhD results don't even end up to 100K.
Mm.
If you're a nepo, you're a nepo
An Epo
child.
babe, yes.
From your before you graduate, there's already a job, probably an oil company or probably a hospital where you're going to. It's already they already have your life all planned out. I was watching an interview by this guy, the stalker. His father told him something that there is a hole for every child.
Mm.
That for Davido, for instance, his father filled that hole for him. But you coming from a Lapo home background, you are born into that hole. You have to dig yourself out of that hole first before you start running. Davido's father filled that hole for him. Immediately they gave birth to him, he's running.
Started running. Yes.
There are some opportunities, no jokes, you will never ever come in contact with them because you don't have the right set of friends. Believe me when I tell you, some they say it's hard work, hard work. Hard work, yes. Hard work is you cannot undermine the power of hard work. But I can assure you that some people just by being in the right environment, you find yourself doing things like you have access to certain opportunities that even the person working extremely hard, like even 14 hours a day, might never get access to just by the sheer. If you're where they're discussing deals worth billions, there's a higher chance if you know what you're doing. There's a higher chance you get one of those deals, or you smash it.
Let me take it up from here. I agree when you say that these nepo babes that they are exposed to more opportunities due to the environment that they exist in, and I don't know. A part of me feels like perhaps this conversation is exaggerated a little bit
Okay.
because I think that they also deal with challenges that those of us who are coming from Lapo homes don't deal with. Let's say, for instance, now you're coming from a home and as a Lapo babe, you want to be a musician, you have to hustle your way to the top. You know, some of these people have to battle, contend with their fathers, with their mothers before they live out their dreams. Their life have already been planned out for them. Therefore, they must not do anything outside that which their parents want for them. So look at someone like Davido now. He wanted to be a musician. There was a point in his life where his biggest challenge was his father. He signed for one record label and the dad bought the record label and that was the end for it. So they also face challenges that we do not face. So perhaps this conversation is exaggerated a bit. Maybe all of us have a price to pay in order to live out our dreams. Don't you think so?
I think to be honest, you make a very, very strong point. But then let me now reactivate something. You see, as a Lapo babe, this particular phenomenon you mentioned is even more strong. It is even stronger for a Lapo babe. Why? Because you coming from a poor background cannot tell your father that you want to go and do music. Because naturally, so this is not to write down the efforts of our parents. They did fantastic. But then a father that probably feels he did not do too well, and then he wants the best for his children because he knows his only hope is those children. He would want to make sure you do something that he sees that yes, if you go study law, that is why you find out that they want to force you to go study something. Why?
Yes.
So that you can become successful and then take care of them when they grow old. So they will fight tooth and nail to ensure that you go that route. They feel they want to secure something for you and also for themselves at the same time. So they will fight tooth and nail to make sure you go and study probably law. That's why you see some people say, oh, my father wanted me to study law, my father wanted me to study medicine. As opposed to, yes, they also have it, but then it is not as strong because now one is coming from a place of, oh, I don't think this is the best for you. A Nepo kid, this might not be the best for you. You can do better. A Lapo kid, you don't have the privilege to be doing this. This is not what you should be doing. Because you have your siblings. Say for instance, a first born, you have your siblings to take care of. I don't know if you understand
I
this.
feel you. I feel
You
you.
can't be going to say you want to sing song or you want to go into music.
I
Your
feel.
father will not allow it because they will remind you have siblings. You need to do something that will make you money. So your dreams are then squashed to one side. Are you starting to understand? Your dreams are squashed to one side. Why? Because you have responsibilities right from your childhood. Responsibilities you might not have taken up if you had somebody who was, taking care of some of those things for you. So, the argument then comes because people were saying, oh, I think what brought about this argument was, books, reading books. I was on a space. The title of that space was Don't Let Anybody Whine You. So now, I think the bone of contention is how can somebody who did not go through what you're going through tell you how to
Come out
come
of
out of
it.
that thing? And I can tell you that for real, it is not 100% this way or 100% this way. It is just you as an individual. You have to understand what you need to do because sometimes your reality does not align with people who are advising you. That is why you scarcely see me take advice because my reality, it is left up to me to analyze my reality to then know what step I need to take. Say, for instance, If you as a person refuse to read books, in fact, the person that championed that thing of don't let anybody wind you, that don't read stupid books that don't align with your reality, was actually this guy Uncle Ayo on Twitter.
Yes, he has been posting a lot
Yes,
lately.
yes. But if you go check that guy, the guy recommended some books also, which means he reads. He's not saying don't read books. He's telling you read books that will actually help you. I don't know if you get my
That are
point.
in line with your reality.
Exactly, that can actually help you. You don't go and then probably you want to study law. You're reading books on medicine, and you expect to pass the law exams. You're going to fail.
Okay, okay, just before we head there, dragging you a little bit further, we don't have a choice. You didn't choose the family you were born into, you didn't choose even the name that you answer,
True,
or the teachers that taught you.
true.
We were all born into this and they became our reality. And the much we can offer is a reaction to these choices that have been made for us. Being born into a Lapo home, it becomes your responsibility to take up the challenges that constitute being born in a Lapo home if you actually want to live out your dreams.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thanks for
doing
being
this
with
with
me.
me. So be sure to join us again on our next episode of Sip and Ponder. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till we meet again.